Well guys, let the install party begin. It's going to be a little while though because it's a little bigger than I anticipated. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bigger than I expected. It's a 2 GB file, which, including live streaming right now, so I can be on time with you guys, means it's downloading from MediaFire, which is the host that the Nordic installation team have picked. It's going to be about an hour for installation, so we're going to sit and chill for a while. I'm going to probably play something else for a little while just to wet the whistle. First, I'll give you all a quick update because I know some of you are interested, some of you have seen the photos, some of you have not. I'll give you a little work in progress. You'll recall a little while ago I was working on the A6 Intruder, the A6E as a model. Well, as of Tuesday, it got decaled. So we now have a full set of decals to the bird, including some very tricky small details on the nozzle and engine intakes. It was a bit of a pain in the ass, I'm not going to lie. I'm not entirely happy with how it's turned out, but it's done, and I've done the best I can with it. That's just going to have to be as good as it gets. There's a few air bubbles in some of the big decals, but I can work them out. I also did finally get around to decaling my Formula 1 car. So I don't care. I don't know or care if that's going to count as sponsorship. Naturally, I did the Nigel Mansell look. I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out, to be perfectly honest with you, given that I've never built a car in 120 scale before. There are a couple of small decals to go on left, which are just for the tyres. The instructions aren't entirely clear about how they're supposed to go on and be fitted, so I'll just call them good for now. The other thing that I finished, I don't know if this has been mentioned before, so I'll show you it. I'd started work on an Oscar II class, which is now fully painted up and ready for decaling as well, and there's only 5 or 6 stickers to put onto that thing, so that's good. What I really liked about it is they gave me photo etched props and screws, so they look pretty, and they come with their own little stand as well, which of course I painted the flag that's meant to be on the photo etched part, but I think it turned out not too bad. So there you go, there's a little bit of a starter. The next one on the list, it's been painted for a while and I keep forgetting to do the decal work for it. I think it'll be next in the queue, is my little English electric lighting. This is a build from last year, but I've never actually got around to putting the stickers on it. I'm going to have to rake them out, but they'll be there for us. So there we have it. That is my model kit update. Let's see. And as you can see, I've got loads of time left. Time for some cold waters. Just because it's been a while, and I did have a campaign going. I played a couple of small missions, sailed a little bit, screwed a few things up and restarted once or twice, so the autosave, but the save that I'm starting from should be pretty much complete from where we were taken off the last time. Let me just set that as appropriate. And what I'll also do is, just so that everyone can see how the download's getting on, I'll see if I can put this window in the corner here. Bear with me guys, I'm figuring this shit out as I go. Actually, I have a better way to do this. One that will work. Go. And display capture, but not the usual display. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just have to do screenception. Bear with me. And with the miracle of post-processing and work, I can stick in the corner there. And you guys will know just how we're getting on. Well, I sit and play a little bit of Cold Wars. That's going to get a little bit of transparency added to it, I think, because that is very, very, very visible. Nope, wrong one. This is a bit where I learn how to create stuff on OBS on the fly, guys. Bear with me. That one isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so this should make it damn near impossible to see. Sorry, guys. We'll get the ship watertight. Don't worry, guys. Okay. Expert showmanship there, guys. Let's get this game on the go. Give you guys something to watch while I wait for my download to finish, because, like an idiot, I didn't get my download finished. Wow. Crazy stuff is happening. There we go. Okay, so a few changes have been made to Cold Waters in recent months. First of all, you can look at your orders at any time. At sea replenishment, that's right. So we're going to go over the Greenland Sea and into the Barents. At maximum possible available speed, I'm afraid. That there is the fleet getting replenished, so I think we might well miss this. culas are coming up fast, but they ain't gonna catch me. Here they come. There's the fleet. Oh, we were ploughing along at 20 odd knots. This is going to be quick. Bearing 126. How we load it? Set these all to loud and active. Don't have any flooding, we're good. Right, we're going to close to 25,000 yards. I want to get as far away from them as possible as I have to let me slow down. Right, we're running as deep as we can go. And there is a somewhat decent layer. Oh shit. Well, it's fair to say they know where we're coming. We're going to turn into the presumed path of this torpedo. And I'm going to try and get surface wards. Try and see if I can get above this layer. It's a very narrow layer. 88 feet is pretty shit, but it means that there's a good chance that this torpedo won't guide towards me, because we'll be looking in the wrong area. You also get the ship identification system. That's a new thing. There's a little glitch here for vertical launch. I think it's to do with the fact that I installed a mod that allows me to play other ships. So I'm not going to yell at Cold Wars for that. And you're currently looking at the wrong screen, because I'm a doofus. There we go. Now I can see the chat on the right screen, and my download tracker on the left screen. And you can see the little tracker too, because I was looking in the wrong place. And I am going to broach. Diving on the planes. There is soon going to be the option to command the depth using more conventional means, which is a freaking godsend, let me tell you. Here comes the torpedo. It's heading right for us. Except it is passive. So we are going to make like a hole in the water, because it is not enabled on us yet. Turn ever so slightly away from it. Try and see if I can sidestep it a little. I love the music in this, by the way. We've got a rough idea of which direction they're coming from, at least. Contact! Sierra 1, 127. See if we can get an ID here as quick as we can. Probable Foxtrot. It's circling above us. Flare depth is at 88 feet. Alright, maintain depth at 80. Wait for the solution to develop. Alright, we're static in the water, guys. Yeah, me too, Apex, and welcome to the stream. I'm seriously looking forward to it. I've seen some preview videos. There's only been a couple of YouTube videos out on it, and they've all been, let's try the F-22, which is awesome. However, I've also been told that there's an F-104 and a Eurofighter. I have no idea what I'm expecting here. I really have no idea. So, we've got a circle searching torpedo, which is nowhere near me. Suits me just fine. Meanwhile, this guy is doing something with his life. I'm just going to let that solution develop. He's moving away from us, we think. Which means he's in our baffles, actually. You know what? I'm going to risk it for a chocolate biscuit and move to the south. Yep. See if we can sidestep this torpedo. We'll give this torpedo a wide berth. We'll see. We'll see, Apex. We'll just have to give it a shot. Won't know until we try. Right, do a bit of time compression, since it appears to be trying to sidestep us. And that one's going below the layer. Why are you... Stop. Oh, fucking track IR's messing with me. See, I got my system all set up for this, so... Cool Waters uses the F9 key for time compression, which I, of course, do not use. Or I should not use. Very faint Foxtrot class down here as well. So here's how this is going to roll. We are going to descend the layer. We're going to do it by just dumping ballast, rather. And a very good contact on this guy. Quite far away, though. We are developing a good solution for this guy, too. It's got much stronger. Okay. Yeah, Apex, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna have a crap ton of thrust. The Eurofighter better have a crap ton of thrust. If they nerf it, I will be pissed. Okay. I'm gonna make a slight turn towards this Foxtrot coming close to us. This guy, we already have a solution for. He's 7,000 yards away, which means I would be able to get him, but I want to try and get two for the price of one here, because if I shoot, that's it. I've tipped my hand. Solution for this guy is developing. Oh shit! He's I think he's torped himself. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Torpedo in the water again. Okay, we'll play your game. Surprise, motherfucker. You just gave your position away, so you can have a torpedo in the face. I need this thing to go active immediately. There we are. Close it down a bit, get it at the same level. We'll have the two torpedoes meet head to head. Be quite hilarious if I got this torpedo to hit another one there. Hi. Alright, cut the doors. You're on your own, mate. Noisemaker in the water. We're going to be cavitating, but I don't give a fuck. Just right over it. There we go! Oof, Jesus. Go. Knuckle in the water and turn away from it. This thing is going to turn away. Another noisemaker, but you ain't going to survive it, mate. Oh, he did as well. Shit. There's now two more torpedoes that are risky in the water. Give me a knuckle, come on. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Ha! No killing yourself with your own torp. That would be nice. I'm gonna bring this torpedo right into your face, mate. This is some serious hunt for Red October shit here. I'm just flying formation with this thing. Mats, hey! ETA 55 minutes. Sorry, it's taking a little longer than expected, buddy. Oh, I can't wait until this guy just shows up right in front of me. Yeah, we're taking on some nasty water here. Yeah, man, some being a little unconventional here. Right, this one's gone circular and is away from us. You ain't surviving this one, bitch. I will guide this one myself. Surprise! Hey, Viper. Good to see you again, man. Oh, really? I knew you were going to do that, you little asshole. Alright, turn in towards you. That's how you want to play. Man, that Foxtrot really doesn't sound healthy. I'm having trouble maintaining depth though. This is not good. I'll be back in just a second. Okay. I'm back. And it occurred to me I'm not properly attired. Can't wear a tanker's hat when I'm in a submarine. That's conduct unbecoming of an officer. This is a very tricky situation. Right, once we pass through certain depths, it should become easier to... Yeah, see, now we're at a depth where we can keep the flooding under bay. So my propulsion is permanently foobarred right now, which is going to make torpedo evasion a freaking nightmare. I really need just to kill this guy. Let's get the crash dive going. Make sure it's not looking at me. Which it is. Come on, Foxtrot. Take it. Splat. Right. Time to disappear. So there's no vessels nearby, it's just weapons. So I have to evade this torpedo now until it's gone. Nice. Yeah, how's it going? How'd you get on with it? Hope you enjoyed it, yeah. Gee, that's a hell of a first start, yeah. It's nice when that happens. Thirty, 30 to 40 minutes, guys, remaining. See, the noisemakers are... I've got a nice net of noisemakers between me and this torpedo. So I'm hoping that should do the business. At least until they all run out. Almost threw out another one. Something tells me I was using all my torpedoes just getting away from this thing. Nope. No escape for me. Nice. Nice, yeah. Well, I got a medal for getting my boat sunk. Apparently I get to replay that one because I died. Yeah, that's a glitch. I'm just gonna refresh that. Making like a hole in the water does work wonders, yeah. It's more like it. 5 knots. I can hide in. Oh dear. Still pretty fucked up right here. I bet it is, yeah. They're not tiny things, boomers. I did not mean to do that. I have made a huge mistake finding out what the active sonar button does. Enjoy there, Viper. See you back in about half an hour or so, and then I can start the installation. Yeah, that's a great result. Well done. Alright, let's clear datum. Get a bit more depth as well. I fucked up in so many ways there. I'm glad you enjoy it, yeah. I really am. It's always good to hear when someone picks a game and enjoys it. And that's exactly, if you're being tactical and sneaky, that's exactly the point of the game. You should be proud of yourself. Ooh, we've got a second Sierra contact. 5 will get you 10, it's another Romeo. Our survey says... Yeah, I'm really glad. I'm sure you probably got more out of it from Jive than me. I'm pretty awful at this game, but that's fine. That's great. Come on, go after the noisemaker. That's it. Hoot. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, thank you, yeah. Oh dear. This is getting messy. Yeah, yeah. I'm aware of him. I haven't watched a lot of him myself, and yeah, if he's a proper sub driver, then take whatever he says as gospel, because I'm just an amateur. Jesus fucking Christ. That's no good. Yeah, I love that. If they could make like an Oliver Hazard Perry or something like that, that'd be stellar. Come on, dude. Give me a freaking break here. You know, I don't know if it's modelled, but the ocean floor should be giving them the torpedoes problems for returns. Yes, Yuha, and I would definitely play a multiplayer version of that. That'd be amazing. Two noisemakers left. This is sketchy as. I'll wait until they're both locked onto me, because then I can use one noisemaker on them both, hopefully. Yep, they're both on me. Come on, both of them lose it. Hopefully they'll both run in the same direction. That'd be stellar. Can't swim that far, can you? Uh-oh. This is gonna go badly. I'm dead. Yeah, what emergency blow would do would be, it would get me to the surface much quicker, but I don't think that would be what I want, because you wouldn't be able to sink afterwards. You'd have no depth control. You'd be buoyant on the surface until the tanks recharge. That is not a good place to be, because you are pretty stuck at that point. You become a really slow ship. So yeah, that's not what we want. so let me just have a quick look. Got 20 minutes more to kill. Let's do some IL-2. Get myself warmed up for some flying. If you're desperate enough for that, you better make sure that it doesn't come back around. Otherwise you're screwed. I'd rather not. I would only blow depth emergency blow if I literally could no longer maintain depth and I was actually at risk of crushing depth. Even lying on the bottom of the ocean for me would be preferable to blowing the ballast tanks if it meant the bottom of if it meant the surface was within say 100 to 200 feet. Alright, let's reset the game capture mode. I've never sat on the bottom of the ocean, but I have just been a hole in the ocean. That's a lot of fun. It really is, actually. Oh, hang on. Need to plug in all the peripherals because I can actually use my driving pedals as rudder pedals in this sim, even though for some reason BMS does not like them. Go figure. Now I need to be correctly re-attired. Of course. You must be correctly attired. You don't put submarine captains in planes. You don't put pilots in submarines. Unless you're very desperate. Okay. Let's give this another run. One day I'll have like a proper throat mic and you'll be able to hear me without having to whisper. Then I'd be able to turn up the microphone and the audio volume without people complaining that all they hear is noise. Because for those of you who've left comments in previous videos saying I can barely hear the audio, it's that or a lot of hiss, because I've got a shitty microphone. I know the solution would be get a better microphone. Money. And desk space. I like my desk full of wherever it is. It'd have to be a headset mic, and we all know that they're not the best. So, let's get to grips with IL-2 some more, while I'm waiting on my game to download. And yes, I know, if I just turned off a live stream, my downloads would run probably a little bit faster, but the fact of the matter is it's only going to buy me an extra 5-10 minutes, and I'd rather give you guys something to do. I said I'd be on at 9 o'clock, here I am. Okay. So the axis powers are on the short shift of the short side of this. Okay, well, I guess I'll go axis powers, which is fine because I'm actually a little bit more comfortable with their weapons. A little more comfortable, I mean. F4 or G2? Well, give the F4 a go last time, let's give the G2 a go this time. Why not, right? Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll have that. Let's pick a rock and paint scheme, something appropriate. I'm not comfortable taking former ace planes because I am nowhere near qualified. There we go. What? Okay, fine. Guess I'll have to take the F4. Ah, that's right. I need to turn on my... And well, I am. Once it finishes downloaded in about 15-20 minutes. Because, whoops. Who would have thunk it? You need to download it first. Yeah, this is just to give me some... This is giving me something to do, basically. Let's take the F4, since I'm not allowed the G2 for reasons. I think I'd like that, Manuel. That'd be awesome. I'm going to do that as soon as the download's installed. Why can't I use the F4 either? What the fuck is going on? You may not use this or are going to be kicked as well. What the fuck? The mission's going to finish. But you know what? No, I'm just going to take the next airfield back, because apparently they're all going to be decks. If this doesn't make any sense, I'm just going to change to a server that lets me use the missions I want to. Oh, no. I don't understand the rules on this server. Try a different one. Yeah, I always take the side that's under strength. I don't believe in buffing already strong teams. If I join this server and now it's the Russians that are the bigger group, I'll jump in their side. It's just the way things go. So, Axis are under strength again. Let's take them. Hopefully this time I'll be able to pick a freaking plane. Yuha, I have seen them played. I will not touch War Thunder when I have Steel Beasts. Sorry. It's just the way it is, and I'm still not... I think I've joined the same server before. That's useless. Also, I need to restart my game because it's not detecting track IR. Oh well. IL2 has just been a false start for me that day. I'm going to spend 12 minutes. I'm just going to spend the remaining 12 minutes of my download time just getting this freaking game working. Exactly, yeah, and for me the playstyle is more important. It needs to feel right, otherwise I ain't touching it. You know what, this is a slightly quieter feel. Ooh. 2 out of 4, I can actually have some flying time here without worrying about necessarily getting completely bomb raped. Yeah, quiet servers are the best way to the best place to learn multiplayer if you're not going to play the single player campaign. And I tend to be a real snob about single player campaigns ever since I started playing BMS and get a dynamic campaign. Yes, I've played a shot of it. It was okay. It's not steel based though. When you're used to diamonds, you don't accept rubies. Well, it'll be Axis because the Allies are on the second team. That's cool, yeah. Okay, finally. Get tracker reset. Start this bird up. Not interested in TeamSpeak, sorry guys. Oops. That was a dumb mistake. I did not mean to power my engines off. Go. What's the... the cockpit button again. So I hear. Right alt and C, that was it. Dunk. Dunk. It's all automatically handled. Well, they're not too bad for taking off at least. Yeah, most people tend to try and keep themselves on a level head of equilibrium. I find it very. I find I do it because it makes it easier for me to kind of keep my idea of what's correct spatially. Also, because I have track eye, I actually have a reason to lean my heads around. For example, doing this makes it much easier to see what's right in front of me. Alright, just a handful of minutes left, guys. I'll finish my little lap around this area, flying, get some practice landing this beast. Yes, it is indeed Viper. I'm playing some IL-2 Battle in Stalingrad, just to wait for the last couple of minutes of my download install. Just doing a quick lap around in a 109. This is a quiet server, so I'm not expecting to bump into very much. Yeah, you don't need all of that stuff. You really don't. Decent stick would be a good idea. Decent stick and throttle would be highly advisable. For this, yes, Viper, it is indeed supported. Which makes this a whole new ball game. In fact, IL-2 specifically supports things like the Vive and all that sort of good stuff, which makes me want it so badly, but I just don't have... I just don't have the money for VR. But yeah, as Viper says there, get a half-decent stick and track eye would be awesome. Then you are good to freaking go, you are dialed right in. I know I'm going way too fast and it's giving me warnings about how hard the flap needs to be retracted, but I'm trying to use them to actually slow myself down. Well, if you can walk away from it, it's a decent landing. Yeah, Viper, I vaguely remember that was about as much fun. That could not have been much fun for you. Okay, as you can see there on the screen, I said I was going too slow. I pancaked, but I was also landing in a rough airfield. I'll take it. So let's get this show on the road. Okay, so excuse me while I read the instruction manual. Indeed, Matt. Yeah, time for the reinstall fest ever. Actually, apparently it's quite easy, but I'm going to read the instructions just to be sure, because I only have one install of BMS running. Wasn't always that smart. Good to know, Phoenix. Okay, so bear with me guys while I bring up the page on how to install so that I give you all the right information and don't make a huge cock up. Thanks, Manny. I'm going to keep the instructions in front of me throughout the installation so that I don't get things totally screwed. Okay. Must install Nordic first. Okay, I can do that. So step 1. So according to the manual, step 1, install the Nordic campaign, which is the modern one. Actually, let's set this up to display mode so I can tell you what I'm doing. Sorry about messing around with the screen, guys. Stretch the screen, there we go. So I unpacked the first installation and it had Nordic and Nordic CWC. According to the instructions in the form, you are to install Nordic first, so this is exactly what I'm doing. Next, install. It's done. All of them are this easy. Yeah, this is very true. Most places use the imperial system. Knots is for nautical miles, because sailors, and feet are conventional imperial feet. In the east, places like Russia use kilometers per hour and meters. I think they just did it because they want it to be dicks and different, but there are a couple of places still do like meters and knots, or like knots and or like kilometers per hour in feet, which I don't get at all. But most places can convert. Most pilots can usually take instructions both ways. Excuse me. I'm going to install them both. Yeah. Germans must have had their minds blown by the concept of both the metric system and standards. Standards that are not metric. Blue screen! All the Germans are going to unsubscribe from my channel now. That's great. So yeah, to give you a basic outline of what I'm expecting from Nordic, the campaign, from some of the people I've spoken to already about it. The F-22 and the F-35 are both in there. The F-22 supposedly has a cockpit. I don't know about the F-35, I believe it does. That'll be interesting. The F-22, you have to put your stores management system into the gun mode to close the weapon bays, and then switch it to missile mode when you want to open the bays. This is interesting also a great workaround to allow a working missile bay. Exactly, yeah. You also have, apparently, F-104s from the Cold War area of the campaign, the Cold War campaign. That's what CWC is, the Cold War campaign. That's... If you want to do that, you should look at the Ostsee campaign, which is currently being worked on. The imagery from the installer there, I recognise to have a Norwegian, Scandinavian. I recognise it to have a series of Nordic flags, Swedish, Norway. I believe that's a Danish flag in there somewhere as well. And to be perfectly honest, I would expect at least the Danish. I don't know if you can fly in Denmark, but there's at least the Danish forces. There's there are a series of flags from Scandinavia. It's I'm calling it the Scandinavian flag because it's like all of the different flags from Scandinavia and just like all merged up together. Go easy on me, right? It's been a long day. Yeah, that one. Given that they've got Iceland all the way to Norway and Sweden, I would imagine Denmark could be covered in there, surely. I'd be very surprised if Iceland gets included, though. That's a big flat. That's a big freaking map. And Finland, I believe. Don't yell at me. I'm probably going to get that wrong. I'm going to get yelled at. There you go. So I'm expecting to take off from Denmark. And because you're here, Viper, I will start the campaign in Denmark, because why the fuck not? Unless I hear correctly that the Eurofighter supposedly has a cockpit in this game, in this campaign. In which case, I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. There's also F-22s, EF-2000s, F-35s, and of course the usual Block 16s. The F-16s are set up. Supposedly there's a Block 15 F-16, but I think it's got the standard cockpit, which makes me sad. Time will tell. Yeah, there's a lot of hype here. A lot of hype. I'm hearing lots of very strange and fun things from people who've played the campaign, and I can just pray and pray and pray. I'm probably being completely wound up and misled, but I don't care anymore. I just want this to install and run. Right, so once this is installed, I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to install the Cold War campaign as well, and then I can just go straight between them. And there is supposedly some videos inside the documentation folder, which give you some basics on how to use them all. That's the thing, Viper. That's why I mentioned the F-22 before I mentioned the F-35. I have no idea. I really have no idea what I'm getting in for. I wouldn't say everything is classified. Everything that Falcon can model probably isn't classified. Alright, so the Nordic team have finished installing the first campaign. I immediately just open up the folder that I extracted for CWC and hit install again, and it gives me a big warning about, hey, I don't know this publisher. Of course you don't. They didn't have it. They're not a publisher. They're fun. They're their own team. They're volunteers. Ooh, it's looking pretty. Okay, so CWC, I believe, is Cold War conflict, and this is going to be classic times. So let's see what will turn up. If this has a decent working campaign, I'm probably going to fly this for a while. Not going to lie. If that happens, pack a lunch. You'll be here a while. Yeah, it's not always necessarily the case that they get the information, they just correctly guess. It happened to DCS. The beta version of the A10 had laser-guided Mavericks in them, which were removed because the Department of Defense thought that the source code was far too similar to how Mavericks actually work. Did they release that information publicly? Not intentionally. Did they remove it? Yes. If you make a game, the Department of Defense says nothing. If you make a simulation, Department of Defense looks and probably says nothing. If you make a simulation of a weapon that's very, very accurate, you're told to stop. To be honest, Viper, I have my doubts about the flight model. I have my doubts about its accuracy and fidelity, given that we don't know how good it is. I'm really reluctant to fly it, because I don't think that my impressions of the F-35 will be changed by BMS. I've seen some videos of people playing the F-22, and that should be fun. Exactly, Manuel. So that's fine. I'm happy to take all this with a pinch of salt. And thanks, Phoenix. That's good to know. Alright. Alright guys, hold on to your butts. I'm going to start up the BMS system. Oh, there's a sound fix. I know. I forgot that. A sound fix was installed as well, because people were saying they couldn't get the information they wanted. So all I do though is I find my folder, data, that's it, and I take it, go into add-on Nordic and blammo. I overwrite a faulty file that was found. The source for the file and the source for the download are in the same post, so very easy to find. Oh, come on guys, we're not going to have this F-22, F-16, F-35 fight. I'm not doing it. I can't even mention an F-22 or an F-35 without someone getting butthurt. It's not even fair. We shall see. The simplest way I can explain it is that until you actually understand these systems, until you've been flying these systems, you can comment on them. You know nothing about them. Air shows are not an indication of capability. Exercises are not an indication of capability. Did you know that a couple of years ago the Indian Air Force smashed F-15s 18-6 because the F-15s were told that for some reason they couldn't carry BVR missiles as part of the exercise? So take a lot of this stuff with a pinch of salt. As soon as you hear the F-16 kicked the F-35's ass and so on, that means precisely the sum that fuck next to all until you have the full story, which you won't have unless you're in the military. Oh, and to unplug my rudder pedals because they make Falcon BMS crash. There we go. Hey Pigmo, how's it going? Okay, I'm literally just waiting on BMS to catch up with me. That would be nice if it did. Pigmo, I don't so much have pedals, I have racing pedals and a racing steering wheel which makes shit explode every time BMS turns on. Although they work fine with IL-2 and DCS for some reason. I'm just gonna nod and pretend to understand. The pedals in question are for a Cytec R660 GT, and I believe it's probably because I have a Cytec X52 and a USB gamepad installed as well, so it's probably fucking things up a bit. So we can do the modern theatre and play with the new planes. Or we can do the classic one, what they call the old core, which are your F-104s and your old planes. I'm going to do them both, but what does everyone want to see first? New planes are boring. The channel has spoken. F-104s out of Denmark it is then. That's an F4. Nordic guys, I love you. Okay, now I need to restart the campaign because BMS. I've got that. I've got that. That's awesome. I love it. What would be cool if we had if we had English electric lightnings. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Yeah, yes I have. I actually prefer X-plane, and even then, I don't like civilian aircraft flying. Flying in a straight line on the air or using autopilot is for suckers. I just love winding people up, it's great. Oh, I'm gonna get so much salt in my channel, it's great. Okay, so 1995, Russia has invaded Finland. Okay, so we get an idea of the map. Doesn't look like we're getting Denmark as such, but we might see some Danish forces. What we got? Bodo Air Base. F-111s. Tight, tight, tight. What? That can't be right. It's 1985. I think that's a glitch. Yes it is. And welcome to the channel, Cobra. Prepare to be fanboyed. Yeah, technically it's 6 campaigns because you have the Nordic theatre and you have the modern Nordic theatre, each of which has 3 campaigns. J-37s. Tempting? Ooh, there it is. Nope, there it is. Block 15 F-16s. I gotta try them. A-10s. F-15s, fun for a laugh. F-18s. It will be the same for all of them, I would think. I'm sorry. Danish get to show up in name. All the air bases? Oh my god. F4s. Yeah, there you are. Coming out of Finland. Just more F4s. And all of the Frogfoots. Ooh, I'll be going up against MiG-25s. It's gonna be fun. There can be seasons. Reasons. Because all you do with seasons is you go to this button and hit winter. Tight. Okay, so what we got? We got the brink. Let's do the brink. 1979. Enterprise. Yeah, that's a carrier squadron in the 70s. That's A6s and F4s and F14s. That's a short prepared takeoff airfield from NATO. Airship Block 15s again, coming out of Norway. F-104s. Yes! And F-5s. That'll be fun. Or F-104s. F-5s? Okay. F-5. More F-5s. No, not doing that. I'm a kid in the candy store. FGR2s? The hell will they be for 1979? Yes. F6. I need to look at the TAC ref on this one, see what shows up. going to be through. Oh, they tease too much. They tease way too much. There you are, Danish. Are the Danish. Okay, there we go. There we go. 1965. Holy shit balls. F2s, F104s, F100s. I really don't know what to say. I'm really confused right now. I am literally just going to click through all the airfields, guys, so for the next 20... Finish Big 21s, okay. So for the next 15-20 minutes, just feel free to sit down on your hands and shut up, because I'm going to enjoy this. Okay, we just got ourselves Vietnam aeroplanes in Europe. Squee. Yeah, so that's happening. That's happening. I fucking dare you to try and stop me from that happening. Alright. No problem, Figmo. I don't care. I really don't care anymore. Cavalry? This will be hilarious. Let's just do it. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I have no idea if this is a real cockpit or if I'm going to get an F-16 cockpit and a Lightning. That would be hilarious, and it's very likely. Right, let's accelerate the campaign until I get given missions. Things move. Moving things are a good sign, because that means the campaign works. But because I'm also willing to bet money that I'm also willing to bet money that they are not going to be they're going to be doing a lot of movement anytime soon. So let's just make our own package here. Was it this squadron? 90th, yes, that's the one. Give me a 2-ship bar cap. And we will push ourselves just a little far in advance to give me time. I'm a bit worried by the fact that it doesn't seem to think I can go that far. Oh no, it's just the timing's off, that's fine. It's not that I don't think the camping works, Cobra, but what can very often happen, especially with units way at the rear echelons, they just don't get fragged. Lightnings, for example, were interceptors. It's alright, I got the Russian hands. It's all good. Yeah, try and stop me from doing this. I fucking dare you. Oof, God, those things look ugly. Those tanks make it look ugly, but I need them. The bottom line. And the loadout is really easy on a Lightning, because that's all you get. Red top missiles, which are like... they're like 9 Bravos. They're like AIM 9 Bravos. They're awful. Yeah, I gathered that. And then you've got a couple of drop tanks. Because the Lightning has really thin wings, there are not so much drop tanks, but more jettison tanks. I want to see if the flight model will let me do the max performance takeoff that these things are ridiculously famous for. Huh, no map models. I can fix that later. That's not a massive problem. We will just take a deterministic model and we will make it... let's make it pretty European. It looks nice, Cobra. That's interesting too. I mean, it's fairly easy for them to simulate Figmo. I mean, all you do is you simulate the radar cross section, right? Why I'm interested in the fact as well, Cobra, is the fact that they've modelled the fact that you have to open and close the doors to fire the AMRAAMs, and you do this by switching between gun mode and missile mode using the SMS. So, in SMS mode, you start in gun mode, and your weapon bays are retracted. You go into missile mode, the weapon bays open up, and then you can fire. which is a nice workaround, bearing in mind you're trying to make an F-16 behave like an F-22. Right, I have no idea what to expect here. I'm just going to take off the taxi. I have no idea how to ramp start a Lightning in BMS. Are you serious, Figmo? That's insanity. I love it. So I'm expecting an F-16 cockpit here with something approaching Lightning capabilities, which means I'm going to do a max performance takeoff, just because why the fuck couldn't I? I need to do a quick Alt-Tab and restart, because OBS tends to drop the ball when you go in from 2D to 3D. You also get a new... Okay, so I'm getting an A10 cockpit. That's fine, I can live with that. That's perfectly acceptable, actually, given that you would only actually have one MFD as well. Suspend your disbelief a little bit, to be perfectly honest, it's the closest thing that I can imagine them using. And that there is the boom. You know what? I'll take it. It's an A10 cockpit, but it's a Lightning. I mean, this has got to have to be fun. Yes, flaps control need to work. I do have that bound, by the way. 7 degrees flaps is a hell of a lot of flaps for a Lightning, by the way. Figmo, don't tease me too much. This is not fair. Yeah, Cobra, there's supposedly a Eurofighter in this campaign. No, not this one, this is 1960s. But you get the idea. I will need to fix my avionics because I don't get to carry that. That I do get to carry. Jesus Christ. Okay, I did not set the tower frequency because I'm far too excited. So that's okay, because in about 3 seconds they're not going to be able to catch me. I like the fact that they actually attempted to do something approaching a canopy for it. Credit to them, man. Credit to them. Okay. So, you're all about to understand why I love the Lightning. Those two Avon engines have one ridiculous reheat, and yes, because I'm in a British aircraft, I'm going to call it reheat. You can deal with this later. All the burn. Give me all the burn. Yes, turn radius the size of Texas, but an instantaneous climb rate the size of a small country too. Goodbye. And you'll notice for the speed, I'm still accelerating. I hate to tell you this, but this is actually realistic. If you don't know about the F-22, if you don't know about the Lightning's max performance takeoff capabilities, you need to go watch an old air show. Ta-ta ground, bye-bye ground. We go. Yep, that's 10,000 feet before I even disappeared out the runway visibility. There's the runway. Bye-bye. It's giving me an F-16 RWR contact, but it's better than an unknown, I guess. And yes, I'm still accelerating. This aircraft was the first aircraft ever, never mind in Britain, to be able to super cruise in the 50s. Do I have your attention now? Can do. Oh yeah, totally, Cobra. The the way the lightning's drop tanks happen is they they hit they aim slightly high, they point slightly up. So when you punch them, the airstream just lifts them up. Just no doing it upside down or in a turn. I should probably have looked at how much fuel I'm allowed to carry when I do that. I also should probably ask him for vector to target again, because I didn't get that. Come on, and you get. Tighten up. Right, time to gain some more angels. We'll do a little bit more of a gradual climb this time. Stick on the guard channel for now. I'm sure I'll hear conflict soon enough. Don't suppose anyone caught the bullseye there again, did they? Because I didn't. It was 013, something like that. It's way off to the northwest. I am never going to get that. But well, not for now. I just want to fly for a while. Mod 5, left 11 o'clock. I'll be coming over the border soon enough. I should plan this a bit more thoroughly, to be honest, but I'm just going to fly my station time. This is me just going for a little lap around the place with the lightning. Optimal altitude 35,000 feet. You got it. The usual glitches involved with trying to jettison tanks that don't belong to the standard plane. They kind of play fast and loose with when they turn up. Well, just because guess they're not coming off in a hurry then. Oh god, Jesus, that climb rate. I need to watch it. 40,000 feet. That's stupid. Okay, let's get the radar on. Do myself a wee scan around. I know, I know. Doesn't need to be though. Besides, there's nothing out here, I know. It's like, that is literally hundreds of miles away. It's my direction though. That's the way I'm going. So I'm just cruising along at, 40 odd thousand feet. Let's come out the burner for a bit. Just gone. Dario, the special thing is the arrangement of aircraft. In fact, this is Norway. It's a whole new area. Yeah, I know, I know. To tell you the truth perfectly, I just picked it so I could have a lovely cross-country trip. I have no plans on doing anything too aggressive. I just want to enjoy the scenery. Boom! Sonic boom! That's me, yeah, that's me just on the cusp of Sonic. Okay, well. That was fun. And just simply because I do want to get through quite a few of the aircraft, I'm going to switch to a squadron that's a little more active. I would bet there are. I would bet money that that area of countryside's looking a lot prettier than where I've gone. Sadly, my game's crashed a little, and I know why. It's my fault. It's not the campaigns. I have all kinds of fun and games with Hackney right now because I need to actually clear it out. ACMI can it can fuck you over if you leave it full of rubbish. Okay, so I saw the lightning. To be honest, I like that just as much as the F4, so that's good. I'm not going to do the F4, I've seen it plenty of times. The cockpit will be amazing, it will be the usual, unless it's new. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out together, Dario. I mean, for starters, we just got a kind of a cockpit for a lightning, which is totally new. Red Tide is 65. Let's do... I'm not on the F4, or the F111, or the F4J. I do want all of those aircraft actually, but I want them a little nicer than they are. J29s, A32. Wow, it's a really old aircraft here. Yeah, you know what? Let's do a more modern campaign, just because I think it'll get a little bit more spicy. There we are, Block 15, F16. Let's give this a run through. You're right, Dario, it doesn't look amazing, but it's a thing. It's better than what we've got right now. And if people are smart enough to export that and just throw that into other campaigns, we'll be set. We'll be set pretty good. Okay, so so I actually have a working campaign that's fragging missions for me now because I'm close enough to the front line as well, which is
Awesome. This mission is Scar. Search for and destroy things. All the things. Except I'll be carrying Block 15 F-16s. This will be a challenge and a half, I would imagine, because they're giving me a very strange loadout that I don't necessarily approve of. They want us just to knock out stuff in this area. Well, okay, fine. I can go with that. Of course, this is winter, so I'm picking dog shit weather, because I'm a glutton for punishment. And what I like most about this is I will be going over there will be some mountainous terrain for me to fly over, which should make this a lot more fun. That looks gorgeous. I can't wait to get over any of this stuff. You have no idea what I'm looking at because I've realised I went and looked at the loadout. So, fairly flat, somewhat hilly on the coast. That's going to be fun. Okay. What do Block 15s get to carry? What? Oh no, I know what that is. No, we don't need those. They are equipped for Fox 1s as well, because it's that time of the century. Snake Eyes, A version Mavericks, more Snake Eyes, Recon camera, far too tempting. Yeah, we're not going to take Mark 82 Slicks. Now we're going to bring some Rock Eyes instead, because Rock Eyes rock for killing tanks. At least they should do anyway. And I'm expecting all sorts of nastiness in this area. Now, I am quite aware of the fact that this is a Block 15, so it should only, so if this is new cockpit, it should only have one MFD. If it has two, I'm going to try and find a way to disable or not use one of them. Far more intense. I like my. I'm getting older. I might be getting a bit more older and senile. I like my old age. I like to enjoy myself and live old. So, yeah, I'm gonna fly that F-16 now. Hold your patience, man. Alright, Dario, let's give this Block 15 a go and let's see if I'm going to be very, very sad or very, very happy. Okay. We can work with this. We can work with this. We'll just blank this one off. We will keep that there. Stores management would have been done on this screen as well. It won't have flare because I'm not carrying it. And we'll go with that. Yeah. But there's ways you can allow yourself a little bit of realism. The real F-16 Block 15 had, right in this space here, had a little mini screen. This was all rearranged a little as well. Some of this was over here, which served as your map. So we'll work with this as it is. At least they've gone for green screens. I can live with that. Ooh, they talk to you. Ignore the subtitles because you're not supposed to see those. There's an HMCS knob because this is basically a Block 52 cockpit, but I'm just not going to use it. I'm just going to refuse. Nope, not going to do it. Bit of ice on the runway, or something approaching it anyway. Well, it responds like a Block 15, I'll tell you that. Those are some old ass engines then. That response is low, low, low.
Falcon 2-1, reduce tower, resume all navigation.
Figmo, you and I are of a similar mind. I prefer some planes with skill. Yeah, I kind of thought it would be. I wouldn't have tried anyway. It's the Patriots. Friendly. Yeah, the flight model does feel a little bit more sluggish, a little bit more, shall we say, old school. The throttle response was not what I was expecting. Normally you can just throw the throttle forward and you're going, but it needed some time to spin up, didn't it?
Falcon 2-2, close up formation. 2, closing up. Falcon 2-2, rejoin formation. Falcon, close up formation. Falcon 2-2, close up. Falcon 2-2, close up formation. Falcon 2-2, on my way. 2, closing up. Sentry 2, Falcon 2-1, picture. Falcon 2-1, Sentry 2, picture clear.
I thought those might have been prepared runway strips. That would have been amazing. Oh, did I bring mics? Hope not. That would be a very big fuck up. 9LM? I don't know what I brought. Well, hang on a minute, this is 85. Mics would have been around in 85. Wouldn't they have? Shit. They better not be giving me weapons I'm not allowed to use. That's just not fair. So the 9 Lima was around in 1977. The 9 Mike was out in 1982. 9 Mike's fine. This was a 1985 campaign. It's a legit. Why do I have data link? Goodbye. Bear in mind I'm carrying 6 Rockeyes. And I've got an Amran in 120 Bravos. I'm not planning on sticking around for too much. If you're fighting fair, you're not fighting properly. Do some time accelerations. That's the plan. First tank column I see is getting pasted. That should be a fairly tidy spread. Okay, so from targets around steers 4 and 5 are going to be hostile. So if it shows up on the FCR around steers 4 and 5, I will kill it. Yep, that's a column of tanks. We can check to see if they're moving too. Ground motion tracking. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my eye out for those two. Let's narrow the focus here, get a bit more of an update. So this blob here, in the middle there, that's steer 4. That blob just to the top of my cross is steer 5. And the rest of these things are moving like little ants, because GMT blocks out anything that's not this radar return that hasn't moved. So that there is almost certainly contacts. If they're travelling to the west, right now I'm just watching to see what they do. Notice the refresh rate because I've narrowed the cone. See how narrow the cone is? I can narrow it some more if I want a higher refresh rate. Now I can see what they're getting up to. And I'm not moving the radar cursor. Oh shit! I would put jammer on, but SA-10s are home on jam. Alright, let's get down. Go away. CCRP.
Altitude.
SA-10s are not to be fucked with under any circumstances. Okay, what we got. Alright, if it's between these two steer lines, somewhere in this kill box, it's going to die. It's going to die a lot. Spread out the fan of doom. And we'll open up this arc here to make sure that the whole thing is covered. Okay, definite column and it's over hostile territory. And they appear to have camped up now. They're not moving enough for us to be doing anything with it anyway. Let's change the azimuth here. So you can see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fit as much of steers 4 and 5 into the line. No, it's on the 2 ring.
Well, I don't think it'll have fired, and if it has, I'm fucked anyway. Okay, radar contact on the in the line. Let's turn towards it. Figmo, that's disgusting. Okay, let's get even lower.
Altitude, altitude,
I know.
altitude, 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 altitude.
Right, we're not going to have time for scanning with the radar, so we're just going to go CCIP this motherfucker. So we can start at steer 4, and we'll swipe back to steer 5 and see what shows up in the scar.
Sentry 2, Falcon 2-1, picture. Falcon 2-1, Sentry 2, picture clear.
Oh. Jammer on. AAA. Where there's AAA, there's tanks. I've got my jammer on, which won't make me invulnerable, but it should help. Hello. Oh, crap, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Falcon 2-2, weapons free.
Cat, flare,
Falcon 2-2,
cat,
Sam, east.
flare,
2, Wilco.
cat, flare, cat,
Falcon
flare,
2-2, Hound Dog.
cat, flare, cat, flare,
Rockeye. Rockeye.
cat, flare, low. Caution, caution,
That'll do.
out, cat, flare, low. Cat, flare, cat, flare. Cat, flare, cat, flare,
Ah! I made a mistake.
cat, flare, out.
I made a huge mistake.
Falcon 2-2, Sam, north.
Pull up, 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 pull up.
Right. This is not fun. This is not fun.
Altitude, altitude,
I'm just gonna nope all the way out of here.
altitude, altitude.
Gone. Right, Cat 1. Maximum acceleration. Get the fuck out of here. Yep, thanks for that, Figmo. Thanks for the heads up.
Altitude, altitude,
I don't know how many I got, if I got any at all. I don't care. I'm out of here.
altitude, altitude. Altitude,
All of the up, more of the up, more of the up.
altitude.
Nope. No more chaff and flare. F-16 is still with me. He's still carrying all these shit. Punch it off.
That was fun. Let's never do that again. I don't know if we proved or disproved a whole bunch of military analysts correct, but a low flying altitude pass across a battalion of tanks worked surprisingly well. That was a lot of destruction that I threw across the ground. Right, so let's go into fault analysis mode here. What am I dealing with? Station fails. They don't matter because I'm no longer carrying that shit. Let's see. Stores management problems. Yeah, fine, whatever. Bring up the fault acknowledgement system again. Stations 4 degraded. Stations 4 failed. 4 pages down. Station 6 fail. Page 2. Don't care. That's fine. I'm not carrying anything on those stations now anyway, so that's... it literally is a non-issue now. Whew. So let me explain exactly what happened there for those of you who weren't paying attention. SA-10 in the 2-ring. The 2-ring is the lethal zone. Duck for cover. Jammer on. I'm still alive. I went to about 300 feet, and upon cresting over the ridge, looking at the town in front of me, I got spiked by AAA. Where there's AAA, there's tanks, because that will be mobile. So they gave their position away. I turned to face it, and was greeted by battalion strength armor. One pass across it with the rock eyes, I noticed there was a manpad launch, which I flared the fuck out of. And I proceeded to use that as the starting point for my Rockeye release, and just dropped it across the axis of the convoy. I don't know how effective I was. At least I got the manpad. I'm pretty sure I got the manpad launchers at the minimum. But as on my safe escape rules. So bearing in mind when you're that low, you're going to hit frags if you're not careful. So as soon as you've dropped your bombs, you want to turn off the target and gain altitude. Actually, you get about 1,000 feet. If you between that and a hard pull to the pull off the target, you should find that you don't get killed by your own rock eyes. So yeah, that was a thing. So we're just going to time accelerate, just because I don't want to hang around for too long. I wouldn't normally time accelerate in a game.
Ready for departure.
Yeah.
Strong 1-1. Diffuse tower. Ready for departure. Strong 1-1. Diffuse tower. Resume all navigation. Strong 1-2. Diffuse tower. Resume all navigation.
Right, 20 miles from target.
Falcon 2-1. Inbound for landing. Falcon 2-1.
Good on fuel actually.
Maintain 300 knots. Turn right heading 330. Falcon 2-2. Inbound for landing.
5,000. 330. Speed 300. I had my lights on the whole time. I'm an idiot.
Falcon 2-1. Turn right heading 355.
I gained a little bit of altitude. I went from 300 to 1,000 feet by the end of the turn, so that's enough. I think though, but that's fine too. So right heading 355 for the approach. I should start writing down ILS frequencies and shit for this place, because the weather's going to get terrible soon. But for now, I'm just enjoying the flight. And the descent. Let's turn off the ECM so I don't nuke everyone. Nah, they were probably too busy gut laughing at these crazy, the crazy guy, the crazy pilot from wherever we are. What, Finland? What's the insignia? No, it's America. The crazy Yankee that was blazing along in an F-16 with lights in full noise on it, middle of the night, the middle of the morning.
Falcon 2-1, orbit the station 5,000. Snake 1-1, ready for departure. Falcon 2-2, orbit the station 6,000. Falcon 2-2, maintain 3009.
So I'm in a turn at the moment, orbiting around until I get to 5,000. Expect snowstorms. I would, except I don't appear to have a weather map, at least for the classic campaign. We'll have to do something about that. And yes, the F-16s have hooks on crappy weather situations. I will be dropping that hook and grabbing whatever rag they've got on the ground. Radar. Yeah, I'm doing it, don't worry.
Falcon 2-2, descend soon 5,000, maintain 2509, turn right heading 230, runway 16.
Why's my wingman getting first dibs? That's not fair. He's probably low on fuel, actually. Big Mo, that'd be great. Enjoy yourself. Have a good night.
Falcon 2-1, maintain 2509, turn right heading 240, runway 16. Falcon 2-1, turn right heading 240.
Altitude. Altitude.
Ready for departure. Falcon 2-1, descend soon 5,000, maintain 3009, turn right heading 250.
Just because I'm not familiar with the area and the geography very well, I'm deliberately following ATC vectors at the moment. And it sounds like it's going to be a busy airfield, so I'm going to follow the pattern rather than autonomous vectors. I normally do follow autonomous vectors, but they don't normally have to deal with AI aircraft taking off and landing all the time.
Falcon 2, diffuse approach 3043.
There we go. Before you wonder why I use QFE, it's the way I was taught. Sorry. I'm going to piss people off, but oh well.
Falcon 2-1, descend soon 4,000, turn right heading 260, runway 16.
Another rum is in sight, so I can see the setup he's giving me. I'm gonna get to 240 knots, because
Falcon 2-1, turn left heading 135.
I should be getting clearance to land shortly.
Falcon 2-1, turn right, final post course 160, check post speed. Python 1-1, ready for departure. Falcon 2-2, turn left, final post course 160, slow to approach speed. Snake 1-2, taxi, runway 16. Falcon 2-2, gear down. Weasel 1-1, ready for departure. Good morning, Falcon 2-1. Diffusion tower, clear for landing, runway 16, jet gear down.
3 down in green. Slightly off to the right, so just left. Go.
Good morning, Falcon 2-2.
That there is correctly centered. That is exactly what it looks like. I just need to follow this in.
Surface 1-1, taxi, runway 16. Surface 1-2, taxi, runway 16. Falcon 2-2, execute this approach current cancelable, contact approach when able. Snake 1-1, diffusion tower, good for departure.
Sun 1-1, ready for departure.
Falcon 2-2, inbound for landing.
Throw a little bit of smash on there just to get myself clear. And Falcon 2-1 departing, active runway, taxiway alpha. And that's just in time as my buddy starts.
Clear runway, incoming traffic.
Oh, he just started taking off, will you? Okay, fair enough. zoom.
Main, 1-2. Receive tower. Resume on navigation. Service 1-1. Receive tower. Ready for departure.
Alright. Well, thank you for flying Ghost Dog Airlines. We're gonna have a bit more fun this time. So are you guys enjoying the Nordic theatre so far? I'm loving it. It looks like a lot of fun. I need to get into the mountains and have a bit of fun. So let's put some aircraft. Let's go pick an aircraft. Let's go pick an airport up north. Huh? Just need to figure out what the scores are. How they look. I'm just checking a few things on the system, on the site. for Acme's to finish recording. I'm going to kill them tasks. I'm going to quickly go into my BMS folder and find the offensive the offensive tapes that's causing Acme to break. Delete. And I'm going to restart BMS. Because I'm not waiting any longer. So what aircraft do you guys want to see next? Do you want to see a more modern one? Or do you want to see some older ones, like F-104s? Kind of really curious about the F-104. I'm not going to take the F-111s, that's just retarded. Let's take a campaign with units up this far north. Oh my god, it's... I'm going to have to take the F-104. Because mountainous terrain and an F-104, what could possibly go wrong? Okay, right. Well, there we are. Mission straight away. That's a long distance mission for an escort, dude. Seriously. There are so many things wrong with this. You don't have the fuel for this, dude. What are you playing at? Well, this will be fun. Apparently the jammer's included. Free jammer. Okay. Snake Eyes is, because reasons. Ah. Oh, that's definitely a Widowmaker, alright, that'll do. Alright, I have no idea how far I'm going to go before I run out of freaking stuff, but it'll be fun flying over the mountains until then. They are not going to get that far in, they're just not, but... Oh well, then fuck it, why not, right? If they think they can bring F-104s all the way out from Bardufoss out to Swampforce, then they might argue with their completely and clearly wrong point of view. I see they've started filling in some of the TACANs and stuff like that, which is cool. Very cool. I like the map. It's a very clever map. Okay, so what are we dealing with? SA2, of course. It's 1965 after all. And an SA5. That's going to be tricky. SA3, that's not going to be on my flight path. Right. Okay. Let's let the timer develop and do something. Yes, that seems perhaps a little bit more fun. Tarcap. Tarcap with a battlefield air interdiction over the top of it. Yeah, that seems like a much more fun loadout, to be honest. Yeah, we're gonna do that one.
Let's see what I'm just going to look at the cockpit, take off, play around with it a bit. If it sucks, move on to the modern campaign. If it's fun, fly a little longer. Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! They did an F-104 cockpit. That's a bit of a minor glitch, but I can live with it. Holy crap! It has buttons that do things. Holy crap. I'm actually going to have to look up how this thing works, because it's got light, it's got a fairly decently textured map. There are some problems. These are bugs that can be fixed though, very easily. Holy shitballs. I wonder. Nope, that doesn't matter. That's a little off-putting, I'm not gonna lie, having like floating MFDs, but I am very confident that will be fixed. Okay. I was not expecting this, like, at all. I mean, it is actually a really decent cockpit. It's a little blurry until you get, but once you zoom in a little further, you get, like, proper LOD. I'm very pleasantly surprised. Like, I am really pleasantly surprised at how well that cockpit is. That is very pleasantly surprising. Well, these things are fast as hell and all kinds of crazy, so let's do it. Oh. I may have fucked up a little bit on takeoff there, but I'm not really interested. I'm just trying to get a feel for how this plane flies. Ridiculous roll rate. Doesn't want to pull too much. Very good climb rate. At least in the afterburner anyway. Must be supersonic. A few things when I took off. Well, this is a canyon run in an F-104. What could possibly go wrong?
Tower, you are cleared for takeoff. Runway 11. Rider 12. Tower, resume on navigation. Caution. Caution.
Try to get a feel for what these things can do. Some serious G's is what they can do. It's alright, I never liked my eyeballs much anyway.
Rider 13. Tower, resume on navigation. Rider 14. Tower, resume on navigation.
Do not exceed the angle of attack meter. No matter how tempting it gets. See what I can do to make it happen though. Uh oh. Splat. Yep. These things are lethal. That was fun. A pleasant surprise. Okay. It's just too unimaginable. Shall I dare hope? Everything has cockpits. Some sort of cockpit. It's amazing. Alright. .104 deltas. What are you getting to carry? Durandals. M117s. That's old. Yeah, fuck it. Let's jump in one of these and see what happens next. Yep. Knew that was going to happen. Don't know what I was expecting there. Kinda thought that was going to happen. It was worth a shot, right? F-11s, nope. Yeah, let's try the J37 because I'm sure that's actually already in the that was originally in the game. So time to Vigan it up. Take Fox 1s and then say on these planes because that would be a fairly non-crazy loadout anyway. Let's do recon. Let's do that. That would be fun. Brought a reconnaissance pod. No idea what I'm going to do with it. Take photos of the Sovietskis. I have a Vigan pit. I'm gonna have no idea what I'm doing, but I have a Vigan pit. That's pretty freaking cool, Ikes. Not gonna lie. That's the RWR controls. That's meant to be your... That's the camera pod. That's the gun for strafing. You know what? I'm not going to get into that right now. As fun as that's going to be. I'm going to leave that for another video. My desire to play with the Typhoons is getting too strong. So I need to do a quick restart of the server, of the game, because I'm going to the modern complex campaign. So far I like what I'm playing with. Like, I really like it. Like, really kind of want to get UAF to like drop the current campaign and play this. It's that much fun. Alt-tabbing in BMS is a very risky concept. Well, I really hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I am like a kid in a candy store. I'm not actually going to complete very many missions tonight. I'm just playing with all the new planes. Like, suck it, DSS. Like, just seriously suck it. I got a Vigan. Yeah, it's not the real Vigan, but it's a Vigan. And it's a modern Vigan. I got an F-104 with a cockpit. Don't even know what to think with that. I have a Lightning with a pseudo cockpit, which I'm okay with. I can live with that. Haven't played with the F5 yet, although I did see there was an F5 cockpit a while ago, so I'm going to put two and two together and pray I can get 4 out of that. This is going to be fun. X-Planes, Russian Bear, and Skyfox. 5th generation. What you got? Su-33s, MiG-29Ms. That's the F-35 squadron. What? What? No way, I'm not playing with that. It's just, nope, too much controversy. The 22s, that's fun. More JSFs. Sab 340s. What are they again? AEW is it's probably a bomber. An attack. It's AEW. The hell is that? Airborne early warning. I confused that with ASW for some reason. Brain stupid. More F-35s. Alright, we get it. They're going to take over the planet, okay. Oh, F-117s. That's just there to make me annoyed. That's the Germans showing up with their Eurofighters, which I will be trying out first unless something further forward interests me. Griffins. Okay, I can live with Griffins. Lots of 5th generation fun. And then, yeah, we're just gonna take the Eurofighters, because fuck logic, why the hell wouldn't I? Yeah, they're at the bottom end of the planet. That's fine. I can live with that. There we are, half caps. Half caps for days. Load out all the weapons. Right, first of all, set tower. Halviken. All the people from Scandinavia are going to laugh at my inability to pronounce their words. I gotta. Let's just look at it. Okay, I know we've got a few more people watching, so let's cross fingers and toes and make sure I don't make it too much of a fool of myself. Meteor. You have my attention. Right, we're not bringing 9 X-rays on a German Eurofighter. It's going to be Iris T, sorry. AGM 119s. Okay, I'm not going to argue, but okay. And Brimstone, of course, makes perfect sense. Extra drop tanks, I don't need them too much yet. I mean, I would, but I don't right now. FPR, is that the... Nope. FPR is the... I'm going to guess that's a training weapon. It's not that, it's FRP. Nope. What the fuck is the FPR? It's not that. Feels like a training weapon. Must be a training weapon. It's not going on my plane. I don't have no use for it. Lots of AIM-120 Bravos, because I love carrying that many AIM-120 Bravos, but you know what I love carrying more? More BV Rams. Yeah, they carry a lot, they can carry 6 harms. Fuck you, Sam sites. What else they got? Brimstones. Copious amounts of brimstones. That'll be fun for tank plinking later on. And simply because I literally have nothing better to do with the station, I'm just gonna pop some extra fuel in there. Because that would allow me then to carry... what else? Nope. Nothing else on that station that I really want to trade for waves for extra fuel. Tempting, but nope. This is a mission of protecting the tanker. Assuming I make it there. I might not. I might just say fuck it and go for a fly around. Fuck the tanker. It'd be fun to tank off it though. Just to see what will happen. So I've got 4 meteors, 4 AIM-120s, and 2 Iris Ts. Assuming anything manages to get through 2 meteors and 4 AMRAAMs. It's gonna be fun. If this has its own campaign, I'm probably going to puke rainbows and cut the stream. I'll fly first. If I can get into combat, that'd be better.
Cowboy 2-1, ready for departure.
god, they did it.
Cowboy 2-1, runway 19.
Holy shit, they did it.
Fury 1-1, ready for departure. Fury 1-1, runway 19.
And they've done something approaching animation. What sorcery is this? Right. Now.
1-2, runway 19.
Figmo, you went to bed too early. Ooh, not all these switches work yet.
Runway 19.
You know what, it's a start. I ain't gonna rag on them too hard. This is a big improvement from what they had, that's for damn sure. That's going to piss me off though.
Fury 1-4, runway
But
19.
really? Nothing you could do about that? It's a lot of different buttons, man. Like a lot of different buttons. Well, fuck it. I don't know if I've got HMCS. Don't much care. I'm gonna have a laugh.
Cowboy 2-2, runway 19.
Oh, so much visibility. I forgot.
2-1, you are cleared for takeoff.
God, they've actually got, like, they've really done a good job of this. I'm really impressed. There's a few very small glitches with, you know, like the fact I can see through, see underneath my plane, but given that they've turned an F-16 into a Eurofighter, I'm really not going to complain. The barely there glass is just, this is a visibility wet dream for most of the guys out here. They just need to tighten down the nuts and bolts for these floating MFDs, because that's a little immersion breaking. I know they can do that though. That's something I could live with if it let me fly now. Let me fly. It doesn't have enough British on it, but we can't wish for too much now, can we?
Cowboy 2-1.
That's snap roll. That's snap roll, yo. Moving flaperons, canards.
Dallas 1, Cowboy 2-1.
Such
Cowboy
power. Such maneuverability.
2, airborne.
I'm very happy. That's, some of these buttons work, some of these don't. I'm gonna have to figure that shit out. There will be documentation, I'm sure. Not that way. There it is. There's the formation light switch. Don't work. Ah, so close and yet so far.
Altitude. Altitude.
Fury 1-3. Fury 1-1. Fury 1-2.
Yeah, Matt, it is. I've noticed it on a few of the pits, including the F-104 as well. But once they figure out how to get that fixed, I will be an extremely happy man. Also, some of these buttons have like literally no function that I can discern. Matt, it is indeed the Nordic Theatre. I really hope you enjoy it. That's why I've got so many new planes to play with, like a kid in a candy store. If you're just joining me, I have today flown the Eurofighter, the Lightning, in a A10 cockpit, the F-104, which has a similar glitch to the MFDs. I've seen videos of the F-22. Apparently there's an F-35 that's playable. The Viggen has been made playable. We already know the Phantom's there. The Block 15 F-16 is there with 2 MFDs. It is a fantastic effort and a great first start, and I really hope that they improve on the models that they're working on to make them even more than they are. But they're fantastic as we see them right now. They're just, it's what we've done, what we've seen already is a fantastic leap forward. Anything else is just Gucci now. That being said, let's turn out to the east and see if I can find some nasty. Because so far, I have a Eurofighter that's got an itch to scratch.
Dallas 1, Cowboy 2-1, picture.
Yeah, it is on the forums under campaigns. There's a whole section under Nordic. You will find it sticky at the top, I'm sure. Yeah. No problem for that. Glad I could help. This is going to need a little bit more work. I can tell it's already in its early data. And that's totally fine, by the way.
Dallas 1, Cowboy 2-1. Roger. Dallas 1, Cowboy 2-1. Request rest of the train.
Okay, I've had enough of flying these things without really knowing what I'm doing. This has just mostly been sneak previews, playing around with some of the planes, seeing what I can do. I'm simply just not in a comfortable enough position where I can say, yeah, this is totally how it works, because I just don't have that capability. I just don't know what I'm doing. I have had an absolute blast playing with all these planes so far, and it is going to look terrifically interesting. This is going to be a lot of fun, I can tell. Yeah, the modern campaigns are going to have some serious challenge to them, I can tell, as well. And by the way, that's totally fine. Like, I'm really looking forward to throwing some of these aircraft in the air and seeing what they can do. Really putting them through their paces, you know. This will be an interesting campaign. Certainly will. I'm literally not even sure which one I want to play with the most, the brand new ones or the old ones. Like, they both look like a lot of fun. It's 20 past midnight. I have to be up in 6 hours for work. Enjoy yourselves, guys. I'm gonna catch y'all there. Have a good one, guys.